Thank you, Professor.
Okay, I have to check my pockets now. Okay.
It's your wallet.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be a very hot interview today. Your American Express.
Thank you very much. I'll remember you in my will. So, Lior, welcome to HIT, Xolon Institute of Technology, and our creative thinking class and some guests. And we're taping this show so that in the future we can have a flipped classroom so that students can see lectures in YouTube and learn from them and move forward and succeed in their careers. So you're okay with that?
Let's go. But it's in English, I now understand.
Today it's in English, so students from all over the world can see us.
Okay, my vocabulary is very limited. I have only 187 words, so we'll try to say everything in...
Or we can take you outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, I'll try.
For example, if you don't know the word for falafel in English, you can ask me and I'll help you.
That's one that I don't know.
Okay, falafel. So, Lior, what we want to do in this series of interviews is to take highly successful people and to try and get to the DNA of the success, the secrets of the success, so that young people can learn from us. And I think that you are highly, amazingly successful. But when I called this interview The Amazing Success of Lior Manor, you were a little bit shy all of a sudden. Why was that?
Because when you say success or successful, everybody look at it in a different way. And how I look on success is not exactly like most of the people look at it.
Okay, so let me ask you what I consider your great success. First of all, your ability to morph a successful career and to do what you love and to make it an international fantasy. Number two, you're the mayor of El Al or something on Foursquare.
Of the King David.
The King David Lounge.
Lounge, yes.
So this is a great success.
For me, yeah, it's one of the
You fly more than anybody I know, and even you fly more than pilots, and always in first class or first class plus.
Yes. So if this is a success, I'm very successful.
Exactly.
But I'm not that rich, you know, when you say the secret of success, how did I invest in the stock market, or how did I...
No, but that's okay, because Jeff Pulver, whom we all know, he made $58 million in one day, and then he lost most of it.
Yeah, so
but that doesn't make him less successful.
Yeah, so I skip the part of winning. I just lose it immediately.
That's right.
But I'm successful in my life. I believe that what I do, I'm very successful, and I believe that I have a very good life. I love my children and my wife, and I'm okay with the bank, and I achieve what I want.
Okay,
or what I wanted.
Rumor has it that you get between $5,000 and $20,000 for a show.
These are the rumors.
Yes.
Okay.
So I mean, that's also for these students. That might also be a sign of success.
It's not again. It depends where you get it. If it's in Tel Aviv or in New York or in Singapore, it's always different. So do they know what I do, actually? Because we talk, and I'm not sure that everybody knows what I'm doing. Maybe I'll tell them in 1 minute.
I'm not sure that it's clear, but I think after you set fire to the wallet, they realize that you're a professional pyromaniac. Are you trying to tell me that you want to do a trick? Just tell me.
No. I want you, at the beginning, I want you to tell everybody what I do. Because
okay, I will tell.
I call myself an infotainer. Somebody that connects information and entertainment. I started as a student of math and computer science many years ago. I finished the first degree. I started the second degree, but then I met somebody very important that we'll talk about him later, and he changed my life, and I became a magician. But you know, today to say a magician is not the best term to use, so we call ourselves mentalists, mind readers, the art of psychology, and a lot of bullshit. It's just branding, you know. Because
Lior, please, academia.
Okay, a lot of BS. So, you know, it's like branding. I don't know how to say it in English, but how do you say sapar?
Sapar, barber.
Barber. Today, how do you call it here in
It's
Israel?
amazing that I remember the
Yeah.
word.
How do you say it in Hebrew today? Me'atzev se'ar.
That's right, the hair designer.
Yeah, so they used to be or a flight attendant, they were stewards.
Yes.
But they still do the same.
Actually, some of them were stewardesses.
Yes. So you still do the same job, but you call it differently. So I started doing magic for high-tech companies in big conferences and trade shows, and my job was to attract more people to the stand and to deliver the marketing messages to the people who were going on the crowd, because high-tech conferences are very boring, because most of the speakers are very good in programming, very good in inventing a lot of stuff, but when you put them on stage and they need to talk in front of a big group of audience, they are very boring. They use a very poor PowerPoint slides. So there I come in and I know how to entertain them, and I'll try to entertain you also during our
Well, you're very entertaining.
session.
So, okay, so after we spoke
Yeah.
about the success, just a couple of words on your background.
Okay.
Last week we had the Holocaust Remembrance Day. A couple of words on your background. Parents from?
Parents from Poland. My mother did Auschwitz. She was on the line for Mengele, but at 3 o'clock they rang the bell, so they sent her back, and they forgot about her. And my father is from the ghetto of Warsaw, and they married in Bergen-Belsen after the war was finished. They came to Israel, and my father was in the army, Segan Aluf,
Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel. I cannot say it.
No, you write colonel and you say colonel.
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 I don't have this word. And
Okay.
I'm going to skip this one. Because
Well, you
it's
teach
too-
me a magic trick and
Yeah.
I'll tell you how to pronounce it.
So he was in the Air Force, and I learned a lot of about ethics from him. So
Are you an ethical
it's very
person?
difficult to be a magician when you need to lie most of the time with all this background of what my father. That's why I'm against all these guys like Uri Geller, that he says that he has superpowers, and I know how he does all the, you know, the spoon bending.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tap your
No,
glasses.
but even I can bend a spoon.
No, give me this one. Let's do one
won't let me do
very
one.
fast. Let's
Yeah.
do one very fast. Now,
All right.
it's very difficult to do it because the spoons, especially the one that I took from the cafeteria here, are very tough. But you have it. It's on close-up here,
Here.
here, there. We have 6 cameras here.
That's
It's
right.
amazing. So in a minute, you'll see the energy. I start doing like I really have superpowers because it looks much better. You see, it looks a little bit. Can you see?
Yes, it's
It's
warming
like
up. Yes.
like rubber. No, but it's not warm. Touch it. It's not warm.
Not yet. No.
Not yet. No, and it's not going to warm because this is quantum physics or other story. Look, this is amazing. This is amazing. And this sometimes I use superpowers, and
Wow.
sometimes. So I can tell you I use superpowers, and somebody took me from the moon and I'm an alien or other stuff, which most of the newspaper people believe in it, or most of the reporters, they want you to be out of space, then they can sign and write an interesting article. If you tell them it's just a very simple magic trick, it's nothing. But so it depends the branding again to make this one.
This is very difficult for you to have an interview.
Yeah.
Can you
I
do me a
cannot.
favor
Yes.
and look at me once every 17 minutes?
Okay.
Okay.
Mel, I
Yes,
remember
hi.
you. Nice to see you.
Okay. So
So it's difficult for me.
No, but at some age, the point I'm getting to is
Yeah.
that, and we have a lot of ground to cover. At one day you come home and you tell your family, I'm not going to be a respectable high-tech person anymore. I'm going to be an infotainer.
Okay.
Was there a moment like that?
Yes, of course.
Kind of
and
an intellectual?
And my Polish mother said, "Are you crazy? A magician? Not a doctor? Not a physician? Of course not." So, when I was young, my father bought me a book, הקסמים כתחביב, Magic as a Hobby, by Bruce Elliott. It's a translation, a very good book. Mm-hmm. And then...
Who bought this for you?
My father, because I liked magic, because magic is like math and physics. There are a lot of riddles and puzzles. When you see a magic trick...
100 lirot.
100 lirot, yeah. It was 40 years ago. This one is 40 years ago.
Look what I can do.
Ta-da!
Yeah, okay.
That's why I don't look at you every 17
exactly. All right,
minutes.
yes.
Another book that I bought myself was Albert Einstein, התפתחות הפיזיקה החדשה. So this is about quantum and the relativity. I was, again, 12 years old, 13 years old. I didn't understand most of what is written here, but it gave me a lot of inspiration because, again, it's like magic. You look at something and you try to understand, to solve a riddle, a puzzle, a math problem. It's all together. If you want to sew a woman in half, you need to find a solution. Everybody knows how to sew a woman in half? Yeah, but then, put her back together. Because when I started, I was practicing with my wife. At the beginning, she was in the hospital in room 43 and 44. But then we... So it was a critical moment for my mother to listen. And I told her, I want to be a magician and not a computer science programmer.
But did they come around to it? I mean, your father started you on this path.
So, when I was on television, because many years ago, 21 years ago, I was on television. Mm-hmm. Since then, my mother said, he's on television, it's okay. Again, the Polish proud was back on track, and she was walking the streets here in Xolon, by the way. Mm-hmm. At that age, I came even once to an electronic lesson here 40 years ago. You remember me?
Of course.
You weren't here, but...
okay. Okay, so a couple of questions. What percentage of your illusions are stuff that you make up, that you bring from the house, and what percentage are things that you buy on eBay from magicians' websites?
It used to be 100% of gimmicks, and now it's 100% of nothing. It's just what you have in your mind, the illusion that I can put into your mind in using psychology, body language, intuition, or here is a book about intuition that I like a lot, and I use a lot of optical illusion. Let me try something with you for a second.
Okay.
Can you read it? It's in Hebrew, but can you say what it's written here?
Yes.
What is it?
Tamrikei meach.
Tamrikei meach. Can you say what is written here? Tatuei moach. Maybe it's because you speak English. One second. What's this one?
Psychologia.
Psychologia, are you sure? Yeah. So this one is Psychologia, but it took you some time. What about this one?
Himax galuyot.
Maybe you'll do some... I'm not embarrassing you.
Let's do some in English.
Yeah. Let's do something in English. Yes. What's this one?
Automobile.
Very good.
They learned something here.
What's that?
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Canada. What's that?
Country. It is?
What's this one, Ken?
Apple sauce.
Applesauce. What's that? So you can applaud for a second. And the last one, this is easy because this is math.
Yes.
What is the sum?
Wow.
What is it?
It's 2 plus 3. But one second, they're going to say 2 plus 5.
Of course.
Right? No, because one second. Wow.
This is what my wife said at the first time.
Yeah, the question is, okay, 5 plus 3, and you're going to say 6 plus 2.
Yeah.
6 plus 8.
Yeah. So you see, this is
No,
something that...
because, can I be frank with you?
Yes, of course you can be frank. This is...
Okay. This is a very strange interview because you're kind of interviewing me.
Yes, of course. It's
While-
about innovation.
Yes,
We are not going
Yes.
to...
While you flashed them in my direction, I could see both of them in some of them. So can I confess on how
Yes.
you changed my life, and how
Sure.
how you ruined my life?
Yes, much
Okay.
better.
Because we met at these events of Yossi Vardi and all the wonderful high-tech people.
One of the most important men or persons in my life also.
Yes, also in my life, but I mean, that doesn't sound very good. Maybe you should kind of, in an intellectual sense.
Of course.
Yes, okay.
What other way?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
And after I met you, and either you told me that it wasn't parapsychic phenomena, it's all based on science, medicine, and psychology. To be frank with you, I went home and I quit my career as a scientist. So
That's good.
so the reason that I brought you here is to ask you why people should believe in anything. I mean, your friend, Mr. UG,
Yes,
succeeded in fooling scientists his whole career.
yes.
Shoot.
And he
Just look at me once in a while.
waste a lot of money for many scientists because they spend a lot of money thinking that they are going in one path, that they are searching about the human brain, and they are searching about superpowers, and they are searching about telekinesis and all these amazing words, but he was fooling them because he used magic. He didn't use any superpowers. That's why he spent a lot of money. They spend a lot of money for nothing, because we know until now, maybe one day we'll find something real special in the brain, but until now there is no real mind reader or no real mind reading. If you will show me somebody and you'll say to me, this one can really read mind, I will show you what is your mistake. It's like many people, they try to understand how magic works without learning magic books. You cannot. You cannot understand how a computer works if you didn't learn programming. You cannot come to a computer and say, this is good, wrong, or something like that, if you don't understand what is going
So
inside.
in your parallel career, starting
Yeah.
as a child, okay, my dream of teaching our students is what I call multidisciplinarity, okay? Because in this world of ours, everything is connected with everything. Mm-hmm. Is there a field that you don't have to understand being a magician? You have to know chemistry and psychology and medicine. Is there something you don't have to know?
No. Today you
You have to learn books off by heart. Here, go to the third line of this page. The
But
fourth
it's in
word.
Hebrew. Well, maybe we'll do
okay.
it later with this one.
Okay, of course.
Okay. Yeah. Look,
One of my students wanted to ask you, do you
Yeah.
think that everyone is stupid?
No. Everybody is very clever, but some of us are shachtzan, arrogant.
Arrogant.
You need to understand that sometimes, even if you think that you know, you don't always know, because somebody else can come with a different, because this one is an optical illusion.
Yes.
It's the Einstein and Marilyn Monroe optical illusion, that from far away you see something, and coming close you see something, no, I'm not going to show them, but he sees something completely different. So again, it depends if you check for a problem from this far away or from that distance, you'll see something else. That's why when UG came to Stanford University or something like that, he told the scientists, don't bring magicians because they put
A spell on him.
not a spell, a bad energy or something like that.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes. And they say, of course, if he will do magic, we are so clever, we learn physics and chemistry and everything, we'll catch him. But they didn't catch him until Martin Gardner and Percy Diaconis. We'll talk about Martin Gardner later if we'll have time. They are magicians, which are also scientists. So they were allowed to come. Because the scientists at the beginning said, magician, Chico Vedico, we are far away. So only when they came to see the experiments, they immediately told the scientists, you see, this is how he does this one, this is how he knows what you draw, this is how he knows when you open a book and look at the word, how he can read your mind, etc., etc., etc.
But isn't there a little bit of arrogance in what you do?
Yes, of course. It's, we are Israelis.
Yes.
And
because you kind of enjoy it, you know.
Yeah, but I don't like when these people go to people in a bad situation, like in hospitals, and they tell them that they are going to heal them or help them.
Oh, we have rabbis for that. That's okay.
Yeah, so I don't like this part of the rabbis also. I don't like people who tell people, other people, false assumptions and false... Again, I need to learn more English. Let me see. You know, for something, they cannot help them. It's maybe a placebo effect or something like that, but you don't pay money for people who cannot heal you. You need to go to the hospital. By the way, open the book in any page.
But before we do that, I
okay.
want to ask you a question. I knew this was going to be a difficult interview.
It's not difficult.
Okay, you know this guy,
it's fun.
This real magician.
You need to look at it, it's fun. From here, it's look difficult. From there, it's look
That's right.
Fun.
Difficult. So, Lior,
yes.
you're watching TV, and there's this magician named David something.
No,
but I watch. And there's an elephant, and then he goes abracadabra, and there's no elephant, it's a mouse. And you know how he does that.
Yes. That's the problem.
No, one second. Is there a magician today that can fool you?
Yes. First of all, at the beginning, I wanted to know how everything works, because it's mechanics and mirrors and underneath and black on black that you don't see, and a lot of misdirection. So at the beginning, it was like a math problem to find the solution. Then I said to myself, but I want to be fooled like real audience. You know, to say something and say, wow. So there are few that I don't know how they do what they do, and I don't want to know how they do it. Like Yossi Vardi always tell me, I don't want you to tell me how I do, because in Kinnernet, I always do a workshop and I teach.
They don't know what Kinnernet is. Kinnernet is a yearly meeting of about 250 hand-picked crazy people that Yossi Vardi brings together for 2 days, and all they do is like have a camp for old youngsters.
Yes. Well, they do really stupid things, but these are really highly successful people,
yes.
Professors, CEOs from Yahoo, from Google, really. But when they come together, they become like small children, and they
set
build
each other on fire.
Yeah, build strange stuff, and they are very open. They talk about everything, and they don't judge anyone.
And then we wait another 300 days to see whether we'll be invited again.
Yes. Which
Are you invited this year?
I'm not sure. I need to check again, but we'll see.
Okay. So you want me to, what do you want me to do here?
Open the book to any page.
I did.
Okay.
139.
No. Don't tell me, because maybe I learn it by heart,
okay.
Which I did.
Okay.
So I don't know the page, yes?
No, you don't know
all the words are different?
It's 71.
All the words are different?
I'll change it again.
Change it. It's going to be a very long one. Normally it's very fast, but... Are you somewhere, Mel?
I'm somewhere, yes.
Okay. Many words?
Many words.
Pick,
all in English.
Pick one. Don't say, just pick one.
Okay.
No. Take a long one with many letters. Take a long one.
I hate when he does that.
No. I'll tell you, this is psychology. Normally, people go for the short words. So this is not something, you see, I teach you some stuff. You have something?
Yes.
A long one, yes?
Yes, a long
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Concentrate only on the first letter. Although you think in English, I read your mind in English, I translate it to Hebrew, it's very difficult. But for now, let's look at the text and not the situation, because what I feel now is like you can draw the word or you can see it. It's not like peace or... am I correct?
Yes.
Are you concentrating on the first letter? I see the letter S somewhere, but it's not the first one. Is there an S? No. Yes, there is. Can you say what is the first letter, sir? Z. No. Try to be nice. You know, not many words start with Z. So, much better, because...
the book is in English.
So we say H.
H, much better. It's It's not H. What is the first letter?
You're supposed to guess.
No, say it.
E.
E. You know, if you take H and do like this, it's like E. So...
That's creative thinking.
Okay. No, I try to help it.
Improvisation.
No. Let me get it. I feel like two words. Yes.
Yes.
And one of
I
them.
hate when you do this.
One of them is glasses, eyeglasses. Now they don't believe you, but
It's true.
they don't trust you.
I hate you when you do this.
Me too.
I'm not like Yossi Vardi.
Look at the two.
You can tell me anytime.
Look at the glasses.
What? Can we do this again? Can we do this again?
Yeah, sure. Give it to someone here.
Okay, Max. He's the star student.
Max.
Come on up, Max.
Max. Let me. Can we stand for a second, or we see this one? Max.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Open your hand. You have two brothers or one brother only? How many brothers?
Brothers? One.
You look this way. And another sister?
Two sisters.
Two sisters. Okay, here I see one sister and one sister. One sister is older than the other?
Yes.
Yes. We are going to do two things. Just say stop.
Okay. Stop.
Look at the top word.
Okay.
You have it in your mind?
Yes.
I see something like it's not so hard, it's soft or something
Yes,
like that.
it is.
Yeah? Okay, take the book, open to any page. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. You have,
Wait. Yes.
yes?
Yes.
A long word.
Yes.
Again, very long?
Yes.
Okay, you remember it?
Yes.
Close the book. Again, you just say stop.
Stop.
Look at the top one. You have it in your mind? Yes? You have it?
The top word?
Yes, you
Yes,
have it?
yes, yes.
A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. The first letter is T.
No.
What is the first letter?
S.
Yours is T.
That's correct.
No, but it's not your turn now. So many, not one alike. You are thinking about tall.
Yes.
Tall, and you are thinking about too many snowflakes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's just when you... Now, if I was UG or a rabbak from the Kabbalah or a priest or whatever, you cannot believe it because you are all very, very clever people, but not everybody is so clever like you. And there are some people that can pay me money so I can find missing soldiers, you know, the army. They call me to find, if I can help Gilad Shalit, and they called many others. And I told them, don't call anyone because nobody can find anyone. Nobody has superpowers like that. Although you can tell me, there is somebody in Carmiel or in Tzefat.
I have superpowers.
You?
Yes.
Yes. But you need my pressure.
Yes, of course.
We do a show in the kibbutzim. You can check it, it's not hot. We'll start doing shows in the kibbutzim and
we
moshavim.
We should. So, what were the 10 minutes that changed your life? Was it a person, a meeting, an event, something specific?
Good question. There were 5 10 minutes in
That's
my
okay.
life.
That's all right.
One was when I learned here in Kugel Tichon, and the physics teacher inspired me because he was
What grade was that?
Yud?
1 second.
Yud Aleph.
Did you see the interview with my brother, with David?
Not yet.
Okay, he said one of the things we want to do in this series of interviews is to try and find the common threads. So
Okay.
my brother, Ashkara, how do you say Ashkara in English? Ashkara. My brother-
Fire, cold fire.
Yes.
Ashkara.
Yes, my brother talked about having a average childhood and being inspired in grade 10 by a teacher.
Yeah. So my physics teacher, Polonsky, was, you know, like a good physics teacher, inspired me because I understood everything he was saying. It was clear. It was amazing. So that's why I love science. Then after I finished my first degree in math and computer science, I saw a magician, Ronnie Shachnai. He was doing the classic magic with the rings and the doves and all this stuff. He inspired me as well. And he was my first teacher. And he told me, you know, you don't look so good when you try to pull out the doves and cut your wife. Try to do mind reading or some jokes or something like that. And then I started the career. Then I met my wife, which inspired me more than everybody else. And of course,
She is lovely.
Yeah, my wife is the best. There is
And
no
my
one.
wife
Yeah,
also,
if you meet
in
my,
case you're watching this program, I
Yeah.
love you. Yes.
Yeah, so if you
I'm
meet
wearing
my
my
wife
ring.
also, your life are going to be changed.
Are you wearing your wedding ring?
No, because it's
Professional.
No, it can be bent because
Yes,
of
of
all
course,
the
yes.
energy that I influence. I need, you know, I need to change my Visa cards all the time because of the energy. The watch stops all the time. It's,
By the way, I took your Visa card. I forgot to tell you. Yes.
and of course, when we met Yossi Vardi, who inspired us a lot with this crazy Kinernet and all these unconferences. So I love to go to unconferences all the time. And I love to fly. I need to fly. I need to be in the air at least twice or 3 times a month.
I
at
hate to
least.
fly.
I love to fly.
Why do you love to fly?
Because you are
You're an escape artist.
you are very close to God.
Okay.
And as close as you go, sometimes when you are over Europe, it's a Christian God.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I go to the Far East, it's more Buddha, so it's always a different God. Sometimes I fly with Singapore Airlines, so we go across Iran and all this stuff, so you see the Islamic God, so every time you feel another God and you see what it does. So it's very nice to be 10 hours or 15 hours if I fly to LA. It's 15
No,
hours.
but probably as I know you,
Yeah.
you're sitting there in first class, and you're
business
doing,
class
You're doing
or,
yes, and
yeah.
you're doing tricks with the stewards, the stewardesses. You're sitting next to multimillionaires, and you force them to write your phone number on
Yes.
their iPad. I know how you work.
Because business class is, if you do business, it's very good to be on business
It's good
class.
to do business on business.
All,
yes.
all the people that
But let's
do,
get back to the interview.
Yes.
Okay. So the course is about creative thinking and,
Yes.
and life. Okay. How important is creativity in what you do? Did you make something special to come here today?
Yes. Let me just tell
No,
you
but don't lie.
Okay.
All right.
I'll tell you only the truth.
Okay. Coming
And-
from a magician.
Yeah, that's a really problem for me to be a magician, really. It's not... but many years ago, I received a prize from the Psychic Entertainer Association, which is like a magic club, but or a psychic club, but only for entertainers, people who don't lie to others. So for inventing few effects, like UG, he invented this one.
Yes.
So we really admire him because he invented this one. 100 years ago, Horace Goldin invented the effect to cut a woman in half. So I invented a few other effects that are based on the mind reading. So I got a prize. It's a crystal ball. I'm very proud of it, and I go like this when I talk about it. But every week I fly to do a show for another high-tech company. So every week I need to meet. Now I'm going with Verint, if you know, and I did with Checkpoint and IBM and Trusteer and HP Indigo and many startups and many very big companies. So every time...
You even appeared here a few years ago.
Yes, I remember.
HIT.
Uh-huh. So I need every time to come to a new company to learn what are the messages that they want to convey to their audience in a conference. Sometimes it's just the people who are going to buy the software or a big Indigo press machine, which is something really, really expensive. So I know how to talk like an engineer, but when I do it, I'm very funny because most of the engineers are not so funny. So sense of humor is very important for creativity.
Yes.
Let me give you one of the most important for a second will be
Give
serious.
give us a few.
Yeah, so I'm very serious about that sense of humor, although it's a contradiction, is one of the most important things if you want to be a creative person. Because people with sense of humor, they look at things and they say, this is very funny if I look at it like this, and if I open the wallet and in just open a wallet, I'll do something like that, this will be funny, and I say it's a fire wallet, or fire in French, you say fire wallet, firewall, because you don't say the T. So it's like for checkpoint, firewall.
Ah, okay.
You see? So
So you have to learn every language except English.
Yeah, אני מדבר את אנגלית במבטא, רק שאני עושה ככה בעברית.
All right.
When I switch to English, I cannot do it. I can do French accent, I can do Italian with a spaghetti, but not the English American. I cannot do it. So everything where I go, I look at things and I say, let's make it funny. How can I make it funny? Even when I did the mind reading, I was playing the piano, by the way, not him. And because you didn't get it, I tried to do a joke around it, to get away with a joke. But your sense of humor is different. Most of the people, they have a different kind of sense of humor. But I believe that sense of humor will help you look at things in a different way. And when you want to be creative or innovative, you need to look at things in a different way. So this is number one. Have a sense of humor. Try to laugh a lot.
Can you tell the students,
Yes. Students.
have a sense of humor? Can you develop a sense of humor?
Yes. Look a lot. Look Seinfeld every night.
Homework.
Read jokes. Talk with people that are funny. Don't be serious all the time. Success is being happy. What is the most important things in your life? To be happy. When you are happy, you smile, you laugh. If you want to have a lot of money and be sad all the time, if this is success for you, it's okay. If you want to be like this all the time and just learn and do homework and don't have fun, don't have fun. But I believe that having fun is the more, that's why we always come back to Yossi Vardi and the Kinerne, because we are having fun there all the time. We do stupid things. Nobody tell us, oh, well, why are you without a tie? It's not allowed to have a tie there.
That's right.
So, although most of you will be very serious people until the end of...
Can you cut this tie in two and then put it back
this is
together?
an Escher tie, you see? I came from a math conference, and this is...
Can you cut it in two now?
I used to.
And then put it back together.
$37.
Does anybody have a pair of scissors here?
What is scissors? It's not in my vocabulary.
If I cut this in two, can you put it back together?
Of course.
Somebody bring me a pair of scissors, please. Okay, so Lior, what else is important? It was a joke, Lilac.
It's very important.
He has no sense of humor when it comes to his tie collection. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
And actually, with all my skills, you know, I know how to do all this stuff with the cards. I cannot tie a tie. So don't learn everything. Let some stuff, don't understand everything.
Did you see how he sneakily found a way to morph the interview so that he can do another trick?
No, not at all.
And
Not at all.
the
It's so hot here. so
Lior, the audience thinks
Yes,
that it's for their entertainment.
it is. It
No,
is.
it's for your entertainment.
You know,
You have more fun than they do.
You know,
You should be paying me.
To be a magician, sometimes I tell CEOs that if you want to be a good CEO, try to learn some magic tricks, because in magic you have to prepare a lot in advance. You have to rehearse a lot. You cannot come on stage and throw stuff, and you need to prepare.
You have to be disciplined.
You need to look at everybody. You need to do two things at the same time because once you are talking about what you are doing, and on the other side, sometimes you do some sneaky moves. So your brain needs to be like a woman, do many things on the same time.
You see, so I have reason to worry about you. We're not sharing the same bunk this year.
Okay.
All right, so I have all these cards.
Yes. You want to do a magic, or I thought you are a serious person that want to talk
No,
about
look, I'm humoring
creativity.
you. I want you to
You
have
are
a good
teasing
time.
me?
No, I want you to have a good time at
I'm
HIT.
having a good time all the time. And another thing, I try to have good time all the time.
That's right.
So even if I need to fly from here, let's say that 10 days from now I'll fly to Cambodia, which is very far.
But you are going to Cambodia.
I'm going, yeah. No, that's why I say it. I never lie.
Every day you tell all your friends. How many friends do you have on Facebook?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you have less than you used to.
No,
have.
but
Because
I'm
every
open
day,
to the
I'm going to
public, so-
Cambodia. I'm going to Vietnam. I'm
Yes.
going here. People are jealous of you.
No, it's inspiration. Because if
okay.
I go to Cambodia, somebody else say, I want to go to Cambodia also.
Okay.
What does he do that he goes to Cambodia? I
Show me
want
a
to
trick.
go.
Show me a trick.
What do you mean a trick? You know, let me show you something about. I'm gonna pass cards, and you will say stop on anyone or take something from here, whatever you want. But don't look at it. Wait a minute. I want to show you something. Don't look at it. Okay? Don't look at it.
All right.
Don't look at it. Now about memory. It's very important. Don't look at it. It's very important to have a good memory. So I can look at the cards and see what is missing. What I do actually, I count. And I do 8 of hearts. Eight of hearts. So this is math, actually. You count and you add 6 ועוד 6 is not 12, it's 2. You, the tens, you know.
You make,
and the 10 is 0. And now 7, זה 10 גם, אז זה נשאר 7, 9. ועוד 7, 16, it's 6, okay? So you count that, it's not easy.
So it's all
I didn't
science and math.
Put it here,
No. Give me the deck.
put it here.
Give me the deck.
Control, when you are a CEO, you take control. Put it here.
Okay.
Okay, you see, it's very important. Pick another one, Pick another one.
I want to do it to you.
No, take one. Not the same one again.
Can I look at it?
Yes, not the 8 of hearts.
You told me not to look at it.
No, now you can look at it. No, take another one. Now it's a different effect, but you always take control. He wanted to take control. When I do my magic, I'm the CEO, I'm the chief. I always put it right here.
Secrets of success.
Yeah, if you want to be successful in something, you take control. Nobody else will tell you what to do. Or if you want to listen to an advice, of course. But if you do what you do it. Open your hand, Mel, for a second. I'm going to put packets of cards, like IP packets. You say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Here, look at the card, remember it. See, take control. It's very important.
All right. Okay.
So this is tip number 3.
Give me the cards.
Think like a magician.
Okay.
Take control.
Okay.
Be happy.
Okay.
This is a very funny microphone.
Take a card.
Any card?
Any card.
It's a free choice.
Yes.
No, I want this one.
Okay, don't look at it. What is it?
You want me? How can I tell you what it is if I don't know what it is?
Okay.
Huh?
Put it back in.
I'll tell you if you want me.
Put it back in.
No, I
Put
need
it
to.
in. No,
Show
tell
me this one
tell-
for a second.
Tell me when to stop.
No. Show me this one for a second. Just, okay, another pile. Fast. Another one. No. No. I need to see. No. Not like this. Show me this one. 7 of spades. But everybody can do it. Every 10 years old child
Yeah.
with a 20 years of experience can do it. It's very easy. Or you need to practice. You need to know and be prepared. Always get prepared. Even if he thinks that he's, fooling me or doing something which I wasn't prepared, I am always prepared. Because in magic, always people wants to fool you, to try to make you look not so good as you can be. So I'm always ready.
No, I
So-
want you to look terrific. You gave me this tie.
Yeah, $37.
Yes.
I'm not going to forget it.
Okay, well, we said that
It's
people,
not a,
people in life
a
want
gift.
to trick you. Lior, is it more complicated as a human being?
Yes.
Is it more difficult to trick you like when you walk into a store?
Okay.
Because you are a psychologist.
Very good question. I try to lock and unlock. When I'm on stage, I'll be very happy. When somebody
Interviews, yeah.
your English is very good.
Thank you.
If somebody interview me, I'll try to be happy. When I go to do some shopping, or when I buy a car or something like that, I know that they fool me. So I cannot tell them, when you go to buy a second-hand car from a Migrash,
Yes.
you know that they will
Yes.
Fool you. It's a given.
So let me ask you a
So-
question that I teach the students.
Yes.
I used to sell pianos.
Yes.
If you wanted to buy a piano, because apparently you play piano, would you ask me as the salesman to show you the cheapest piano to start or the most expensive piano to start?
A good one, a good quality for the money. But
That's right.
most of the people, if you go now on a website, you see so many advertising about false
False everything.
false products, or people tell you do some dollar exchange, gambling or stuff like that, or buy here in Het 500 land, or so many crooks now on the internet, or give me your password and I will change your Facebook forever, or so. It's very difficult to trust people this day because too many are trying to do, and it's very bad for me that I know when they try to fool me.
So let's open the floor to students that might have a couple of questions. Yes, questions that weren't answered. Yes, you with the long hair.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, are you allowed into Vegas?
It's a good question. Many ask it.
Well,
that
let's rephrase again for the cameras. Are you allowed into Vegas?
yes, Vegas is an open place that everybody can go. Unlike Europe in the casinos, which they check your passport and they see your background. In Vegas, it's very open. Everybody can go. But if they see that you know how to count cards, or if they see that you have some special equipment or something like that, there are so many cameras that you are not aware how much they can see you. Immediately, if somebody is winning too much, they will change the dealer, they will change you, somebody will come and knock you. Once, the dealers that they do with the roulette, some of them are very tired. So they do the same spin all the time. And some people, like me, can see what is the area that the ball goes most of the time, and you can win a little bit. But immediately it's ringing up there. Let's move him and put somebody that spin the ball so fast it goes to different area. But I don't like to cheat, so I will never go to Vegas and cheat the casino. And they cheat you all the time, but I will never do it. And they are doing a lot of money from the losers, not from the winners. The very expensive carpets are from the losers, not from the winners. So, and the hotels, it's amazing. But I go to Vegas a lot because many high-tech conferences are done there to attract the customers. They will come and they will lose. But if you want to do a friendly poker game after the interview, I will be... And I pay 10 times more than you pay.
Okay, but I don't have a tie.
I'll buy you a tie.
From the money you lose.
$37.
Yes,
Yeah.
more questions that we haven't answered, students.
Nobody prepared the question?
Yes, they did, but some of them were answered.
Okay.
More questions.
I read some of the questions. The one at the back asks herself 2 questions. I will answer you.
Yes? The blonde woman at the back.
Yeah, 52 and yes. This is when you are a mind reader, you know what they are asking. You got it now?
Took me a while, yes.
Sometimes it takes more time.
That's right. I'm concentrating. Yes, any other questions?
Maybe
Questions to the students?
can I ask them a question?
Of course.
how many of you really believe that you saw somebody that can really read minds? Have you ever seen somebody, you heard about somebody, something that you saw on television?
Your wife can read
You
minds,
saw
yes.
something on television that you said to yourself, no, this must be real mind reading. Or I went to Carmiel and there is somebody that opened in the Zohar and the Kabbalah and he knew the name of my father and mother.
And within 2 months I got pregnant.
Yes. And 100 other people that went there didn't.
Yes, half of them were
Because
men.
we are really looking for someone that is real. Because I'm not against the superpowers. I'm against the people who lie and say that they have superpowers. Because we are want to promote the search of what is really happening in the brain. And now there is a lot of correlation and a lot of שיתוף פעולה.
Cooperation.
Cooperation. It's a long word. Start with a C. Cooperation between magicians and scientists about the optical illusions, about what is happening in the brain when we do misdirection. When I take this one and I let you hold it and it's not here, something happened in your mind. It's here. Mm-hmm. It's always, you know, I do like this and you don't see it. Because the brain at the beginning sees something here, now it doesn't see it. This is what happens. I just don't take it. But I imitate like I take it. So we had something here, now it's nothing. Now my eyes look at this end, so your eyes also following my hand. And I also, like I'm holding it and I'm playing with it, and it's gone. And this is a fast motion, and this one is a slow motion. It's all things that the brain always follow a faster motion. You'll see this one, although you know that I don't take it, now you try it. Again, so even if you know, I feel a good question from the cheapest seats there. Yes?
It's not a question. Can you please tell the rest of the story about the 5 people that influenced you the most?
Yeah, I'll do it very fast. So the first one was my physics teacher, and because he knew how to explain physics, and Sir Zimansky and Pili, who fell from far away in G, I love science, and I do a lot of magic and math that are based on science, and I like to teach. We did in the Madatech in Haifa, in the Technion, a movie about magic and science. We explain simple tricks that are based on science to children, so we can attract children to learn about science because they have the incentive of magic. Then there was my wife, which is an angel, and she can really heal people in what she does, but it's a different interview. And then there was Roni Shachnai, who told me to be this kind of a magician and not that kind of a magician. My father, which was such a nice person, of course, with my mother, but his ethics and his behavior, and he took me every 2 weeks to Tel Nof, to the Air Force Base, because he was a Segan Aluf.
Lieutenant Colonel.
Colonel.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Colonel.
Colonel, yeah.
Colonel.
Yeah.
He was there. So I saw Skyhawk and Nord and all this. So again, it's games and then there was Yossi Vardi and Mel Rosenberg, of course, is one of the. But this openness of seeing people, which some of them, he's a professor. I'm not a professor, but we are friends. We can talk. We can share.
You don't hold that against me.
No, that's what I like you. Because you are not like, if I'm a professor, I cannot talk with somebody which is a BA or MS.
No, but to be frank with you, the students know me. Sometimes
yeah.
I'm ashamed to be a professor. And because the time is running out now, okay, I want to go back to be serious for a moment. I know you don't like it as much as not being serious.
I can be for 5 minutes,
But-
I can be serious.
But you know, first of all, Dr. Alon Amit is here in the audience, and we've been talking for many years that universities...
אתה רופא, דוקטור?
Yes, also. Universities, look at me, interview, eyes on the interview.
No,
Yeah.
you look at the camera.
He's planning his next trick. I know him. You know, we should do a stand-up, you and me.
This is what we are doing now.
He just has to teach me to do that. Anyway, so
Be serious.
before the Parkinson's comes in. So what bothers me a lot, okay, and what you have taught me time and again, is that even people who call themselves professors, there's two things that bother me, okay? We cannot use our rational faculties to understand the world. We cannot. Per definition, our mind is really not a rational organ at the end of the day. Correct or not?
Of course, correct.
And that's how you make your living.
First of all, this is how I make my
And
living.
scientists make their living by trying to con people into thinking that they can be rational all the time. And
No.
they cannot.
We don't know most of the things that happen. We don't understand. We don't understand how the brain works, why the atoms attract to each other. We know that there are some laws, but why is it like that? We don't know a lot, so there is a lot to search and a lot to understand. Till now, all we know are some rules. But why these rules are working or what is behind them, we don't know. We don't understand why we sit here
Okay.
and talk.
Is there, this is my last question, is there sometimes we talk with famous and successful people, and they had a difficult childhood, they had some bad breaks in their life, they had to overcome things. You're second generation Holocaust survivor. Is this a factor?
I had a very good childhood.
Damn it!
I'm sorry about it. Yeah, that's why I cannot go to MasterChef. You know, I cannot go to any reality shows because me and my wife are 30 years together, you know.
She's lovely.
Yeah, nobody, I talk about her every
my wife
7
also.
minutes. Your wife is amazing. It's a different story. But I had a good childhood and everything was, because I'm happy. Even if something
But why?
bad
This
happened,
drives me crazy.
I try.
Why do you deserve to be happy? 90% of the people in the world have
Yes.
day jobs and they're miserable and they spend 40 years of their career, and all of these design students, you're going to go
I
out
know.
and most of you are going to make 7,000 shekel a month
No.
designing advertisements for Yossi's Makolet.
No, but when I finished my first degree, I got a job for one day in Cytex. Many years ago. It was in 1986-7 as a student. There was a big separation between the universities and the high-tech companies at that time. But I got a job and they called me and said that we just fired 200 people. So we fired, of course, all the students. So then I said to myself, I don't want to work in a place that somebody can fire me. I want to be alone. Now, my brother is the opposite. He is a very successful businessman, has many projects, has many companies, likes to work with hundreds of people. I like to work with myself. That's why I can wake up in the morning at 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock or 6:30, which normally this is what I do.
No, but you have to be self-disciplined.
Yes and no. Most of the time, I don't want to be self-disciplined because I don't want to be successful all the time. That's why I am successful, because I don't want to achieve everything. I want to achieve some things, and that's it. I don't want to be a Rockefeller or Rothschild or whatever.
Amazing.
I want to still, if I'll be too rich, I'll have to wake up every morning and go and walk with hundreds of people and have some fights, and I don't like this film and I don't like this guy. I want to be relaxed. This is why I call myself a successful person, because I can do what I want.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lior Manor.
Very well.
Oh,